Ladies and gentlemen, Cinema Smackdown is back. This is episode 19, and we are rapidly approaching WrestleMania and NXT Stand and Deliver. We had numerous matches confirmed this past Friday on Smackdown. We have a few matches set for Stand and Deliver, as well as the 2024 class in the Hall of Fame taking shape. A lot to break down as we are just weeks away from the showcase of the Immortals, so let's break down what's been going on. Let's start things off with NXT Stand and Deliver. Now, we don't have a lot set in stone right now, but we have two of the biggest matches, maybe the co-main events I should say, are set to happen in Philadelphia. First, at NXT Roadblock, in the main event, it was Carmelo Hayes versus Tony D'Angelo, with the winner becoming the number one contender to face Ilya Dragunov at NXT Stand and Deliver for the NXT Championship. Now, after a little stunt was pulled by Tony D'Angelo playing Trick's music and fooling everybody thinking he was back, it distracted Carmelo Hayes enough for Tony D'Angelo to score the pin and become the number one contender for NXT Stand and Deliver. So, the NXT title match is set. It will be Ilya Dragunov versus Tony D'Angelo. And I gotta say, Tony D'Angelo has been picking up an amazing amount of momentum in such a short time period. When he said he wanted to get back to business, I was not expecting him to go the way that he did about it. I mean, literally, a couple of weeks ago, he snapped his fingers and the security just walked out. Unbelievable. Anyways, that's the first match. Now the second match started setting up at Roadblock as well, because shortly after Tony D'Angelo won the number one contendership, he told Melo that he had a little present for him, and sure enough, Trick Williams came back to NXT and started whooping that Melo. Then the following week, this past Tuesday, Trick Williams laid down the official challenge to Carmelo Hayes for NXT Stand and Deliver. And a couple of days later, announced I think it was by Sports Illustrated, Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes will be going one-on-one at NXT Stand and Deliver WrestleMania Saturday afternoon at 12 noon on Peacock. Now, I don't know if there will be a stipulation for this match, because this seems like in NXT's recent history, there's always been an unsanctioned match at some point. Like, you had Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole at Stand and Deliver a few years ago. Before that, it was Gargano and Ciampa. Just recently, last year at NXT Stand and Deliver, it was Gargano and Grayson Waller. So, with how personal this feud is, could we see this as the next unsanctioned match in NXT? That is for us to find out over the next couple of weeks, but I don't know if that would be the stipulation or if it would be something else, Street Fighter or whatever, something like that. But those are the matches that we have right now for NXT Stand and Deliver. Next, this year's Hall of Fame class. Now, the first inductee that was announced, I'm not surprised this man is one finally getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. But of all places, they're having WrestleMania in Philadelphia, aka the home of ECW. It's only fitting that Paul Heyman finally takes his place in the WWE Hall of Fame. Joining him in the Hall of Fame is legendary women's wrestler Bull Nakano, who many people say was ahead of her time. She was wrestling way back in the 20th century, with people like Alundra Blaze and many other female wrestlers. Excited to see her go in there. And one that caught me off guard was Muhammad Ali, who I thought might have already been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Even a few of my coworkers were saying that when I was talking about it. But, this year, Muhammad Ali will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The most recent inductee announced is a man named Thunderbolt Patterson. Now, I don't know anything about Thunderbolt Patterson. It will all get described during the induction ceremony. So, happy for him that he's taking his place in the Hall of Fame. But one inductee, this tag team inductee, has me very interested. A team called U.S. Express. A team of Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. Don't a few words sound familiar in that? The father and the uncle-in-law, right? I don't know. Anyways, two close family members of Bray Wyatt are being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And when I figured out the names of the members of the U.S. Express, it got me thinking. And I saw an article about this recently, about more potential names for this year's Hall of Fame class. And Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda, was a name that was brought up in the article. God rest his soul, but we lost Bray Wyatt in August of last year. And the last time a recently deceased member of the current roster was inducted into the Hall of Fame, as I can recall, was Eddie Guerrero when he passed away in 2005 and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2006. So, knowing that his father is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, wouldn't it also make sense that you have Bray Wyatt inducted as well? But we're still a few weeks out. We even still have to figure out who the Warrior Award recipient is going to be. So, yeah. It's quite a class that they're putting together. I'm really excited for the U.S. Express and Paul Heyman specifically. Very, very well deserved for them. But the elephant in the room, all the matches that we have so far for WrestleMania. We got a lot of matches set right now, and we're still a few weeks out from WrestleMania. The obvious ones that we have so far are Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. Bayley versus Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. And recently we got Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. We also have Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, who won the Elimination Chamber, as well as Becky Lynch, and will be facing Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And then on SmackDown, over the past couple of weeks, we've got more matches made official. Starting off with what will probably be the biggest tag match in Mania history, as the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, will be teaming with Cody Rhodes to take on Roman Reigns and The Rock. Now, this match has major stakes in it that affect WrestleMania Sunday. Should Cody and Seth win, then Cody's match with Roman will be free of the bloodline. However, if Rock and Roman win, then it's bloodline rules, anything goes. So, anything can happen should The Rock and Roman win the match on Mania Saturday for the title match on Mania Sunday. Now, this next one, I am absolutely excited for because ever since SummerSlam last year, I have been waiting for this match. And I even said this. The moment these two superstars got in the ring at the Royal Rumble, the seed was officially planted. Blood versus blood. Brother versus brother. Uso versus Uso. It will be Jay versus Jimmy, one-on-one at WrestleMania. I don't know about you guys, but I'm Team Jay all the way. And I have some very interesting logic as to why. Just hear me out on this. I got an older and a younger sibling. I'm a middle child. Jimmy is the oldest. Solo Sikoa is the youngest, which makes Jay the middle child. So I feel like for me it's very fitting that as a middle child myself, I gotta root for the middle child, Jay Uso. But even outside of that logic, I would still root for him because he, in my opinion, is more over than Jimmy. He just has a lot of momentum. So, I'm Team J. Wonder who you guys are choosing. Next up, we have a triple threat match for the United States Championship, as Logan Paul will be defending the title against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Now, that match at the Royal Rumble was once again... Logan Paul continues to have incredible performances in matches in the WWE. Hasn't had a bad one right now. I'm not saying this will be bad. I'm just saying this will be interesting. In regards to who's winning, I don't know. I want to say either Logan or Kevin. I just don't see Randy Orton winning the United States Championship. But that's just me. And also on Friday, we had made official LA Knight versus AJ Styles. This has been brewing for months and months now, ever since AJ Styles came back in late of last year. This has just been brewing and boiling, and at WrestleMania it's about to explode. So, LA Knight, AJ Styles, one of the many matches we have official for WrestleMania, and so many more to come in the next few weeks, as well as a potential Warrior Award recipient. And will the rumors about Bray Wyatt being inducted into the Hall of Fame be true? Also, what else are we going to have for Stand and Deliver? We have a tag team tournament going on right now for who's going to face the Wolf Dogs for the tag titles. It's anybody's game right now as we head to Philadelphia. That's going to do it this week for Cinema Smackdown. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell to get notified of the upcoming videos. I know next week I'm going to be telling my thoughts on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Then the week after that, going into WrestleMania weekend, I will break down my thoughts on Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire. But in regards to wrestling, we'll have to see what happens. We are just about 3 or 4 weeks out from the Showcase of the Immortals. Also, don't forget to like and share this video and get the word out about this channel. It really helps. I'll see you guys next week.